Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into it.
The bumper is one of the most vulnerable body parts of the car. Even with careful driving, there are often accidents in which the bumper can receive both minor and very serious damage. Chips and cracks significantly spoil the appearance of the vehicle. Repairing the bumper in a car repair shop will cost you less than buying a new one. However, repairing the bumper with your own hands will save several thousand rubles. With a certain skill and proper patience, everyone can solder the bumper on their own, despite the misconception that bumper repair does not bring a satisfactory result. Tools and consumables. Soldering iron. For soldering plastic is suitable for any device. You can take an ordinary electric soldering iron. The use of a tool with a power above 50 watts will greatly facilitate soldering. Or less popular types of soldering irons, gas, thermal air, and infrared. All devices have their advantages and disadvantages. You should choose based on your own experience and preferences, or from what is available. Scissors. Simple household scissors or a stationary knife will do. Metal mesh. Mesh with cells of 1 millimeter. The mesh will allow you to fasten the connection of plastic fragments. By this mesh can be purchased in a construction store. If there is no such an opportunity, use an old air filter. Primer. The most ordinary automobile primer is suitable. Putty. It is better to use a special putty for plastic to level the surface of the sealed area. Sandpaper. For rough sanding, 40 and 80 numbers, and for finishing 800. Rag. It is used to remove contaminants from the working surface. Plastic solder. Use a part of the old bumper. It is used when the bumper is badly damaged, split into small pieces, and the crack does not shrink. A piece of plastic from an old bumper is used as a patch. Thermofan. You will need it to remove deformation of the bumper. Heated plastic is easily bent, so you can return the bumper to its original appearance. In order to avoid unnecessary expenses, it is better to buy a repair kit. Usually such kits include sandpaper roughing and finishing, retouching, primer, fillers. Such a kit will cost you much cheaper than buying materials separately, since they usually use a small pre-packaging. Read also, why the steering wheel does not want to return to the original position, and how to fix its sequence of actions when soldering a damaged bumper. The first thing to do is to clear a working place, whether it is a workbench, a rack, or a table. Having removed the bumper from the car, place it on a flat surface and securely fix it. Thoroughly wash the bumper inside and out. Ordinary dishwashing detergent will do the job. Degrease the soldering area on each side. The surface must be clean and dry. Before you start soldering the cracks, you need to make sure that the bumper is not deformed, as this can make it much more difficult to tie the rips. To restore the original shape of the bumper, it is necessary to heat the plastic with a hairdryer. To do this through the entire thickness of the plastic, heat the bumper in the place of deformation and squeeze out the dent. It is better to correct the dent with a blunt object. It can be a wooden block or the handle of a screwdriver. Then cool the place with a damp cloth. When working with a hairdryer, use a rag and straighten the hot plastic with gloves. It will help to protect your hands from burns. Remove all varnish and paint from the areas where soldering will be done. Use a metal brush or coarse sandpaper. It is necessary to thoroughly clean and degrease not only the damaged area, but also the adjacent space. To eliminate further growth of cracks, their ends should be drilled. After that, proceed to soldering. In places of tight contact of the edges of the crack to tack the plastic with small solders, you need to do this as accurately as possible. Having soldered the main places of the crack, it is necessary to wait until the plastic solidifies. It is easy to determine whether the plastic has solidified or not. Semi-liquid plastic is shiny, while fully solidified plastic has a matte texture. The next step is to fit the broken pieces of the bumper. Putting a splinter on the crack, trim the interfering edges. Attach them to the bumper in the same way. Thoroughly sand the place of soldering, apply primer, paint, and varnish. Soldering features. On the edges of the crack are made jagged. A red-hot soldering iron is plunged into the plastic at an angle of 45 degrees, not too deep, about half the thickness of the bumper. After that, immediately smooth and solder the edges. The next step is to reinforce the damaged area. With the help of a hair dryer heated working plane from the inside, along the length of the entire seam, a metal mesh is immersed in the melted plastic. Having sunk the entire mesh into the plastic, it must be smeared on top. Increased strength due to reinforcement will not allow the crack to separate again. In the same way, it is necessary to go over the entire crack. Small cracks can be reinforced with metal staples. Small branches from the main crack are also fused so that they do not increase in the future during the operation of the car. Having fused the bumper from the inside, repeat the procedure from the front part in the same sequence. Passing over the whole damaged area with a soldering iron, do not forget to press the hot blowing plastic. The cooling time of the plastic is about 3 to 5 minutes, and full hardening of the seam comes after a few hours. Read also, ways to remove chrome from various surfaces on the car final stage. After the joint has cooled down and fully hardened, remove excess plastic with 40 and 80 grit sandpaper and smooth the joint with putty. For the final alignment of the seam, use a special putty for plastic. Try not to apply too thick a layer of putty, as this may cause it to peel from the seam during operation. Wait until the putty is completely hardened and start sanding the seam with P800 sandpaper. Dilute the primer according to the manufacturer's description on the primer can. Apply the primer in 2 layers, allowing 15 minutes between each layer. In addition, you can apply a layer of developer primer, after which you can eliminate the identified defects using nitro putty with. Subsequent sanding with sandpaper P1000. Having removed dust from the surface, you need to degrease the part, after which you can start painting the bumper. Paint the part observing the technology of applying the paint coating. Bottom line, it is possible to restore the plastic bumper with your own hands. You just need to be patient and put a little effort. To perform repairs at home, you do not need an equipped place and special tools. The main thing is to follow the repair technology presented in this article. Understand the importance of its observance, and you can eliminate the damage on the bumper, which, as it seemed at first glance, it is impossible to fix. Qualitatively repaired bumper does not differ in appearance and technical characteristics from a new bumper. In conclusion, sealing your car's bumper with your own hands is a practical and rewarding task that can save you both time and money. By following the steps outlined in this video, you can ensure a secure and durable seal that enhances the appearance and longevity of your vehicle. Remember to gather the right materials, take your time during the process, and always prioritize safety. With a little patience and effort, you can achieve professional-looking results right in your own garage. Thank you for watching, and happy sealing.